Ooh, okay. Your first card is the Tower. What's going on, my Leos? Okay, so for some of you guys, you might have been taken off your path for a second. For a second. Most likely because you didn't listen to your intuition. But a lot of you get it now. And, everything always happens for a reason. So you needed to kind of go off that path to see something. And it's going to help you now. It seems like maybe some of you guys weren't, kind of didn't want to wait anymore. You weren't patient. You kind of put that chariot before the horse. Maybe a little bit of acting too hasty. Okay. The Tower talks about foundations. It talks about some kind of shakeup, something that wasn't built on a solid foundation. Whether it's a relationship, whether it's a partnership, whether it's, some kind of work related or your home environment, however it is. It's something that kept happening. You should have probably left it already, but something was still holding you there, or you, cross watchers. So the universe usually tries to give you a lot of, little hints, a lot of signs like, hey, do you still want to be there? Is it safe? Is it a good, healthy environment? Or is it toxic? Is this relationship the one you see yourself with long term? Or is this, very inconsistent type thing? Is it built on loyalty? Is it built on trust? Is it solid? Something you can count on. And that's where a lot of times, you get your awakening and you're like, oh shoot, I don't want to be here anymore. I can't be here anymore. I want something else. I deserve better. Or it's just time to, move, to leave. So sometimes if you have that fear of leaving it because it's just comfortable, then the universe eventually comes in and takes you out of the situation. But it's always for your greatest good. Always for your greatest good. Let me say that again. It might not seem like it at first because a lot of times they make it very uncomfortable for you to even be there. Right? Now let's talk about your present. You have the Page of Fire, which is like the Page of Rods. So this is good. See, you were taken out of this place because there's something better. This is an offer, a message. Maybe that's how some of you guys left. If it was work related, there could have been somebody else come along like, hey, I like what you do. I like your style. Why don't you come work with me and I'll pay you more? Right? Or some of you guys could have been like, I could have my own business. This that I do now, I can do it on my own or for myself. And I know I'm going to treat myself right. Right? Mm-hmm. So maybe there's a spark, some kind of spark, some idea, some creative endeavor. Whether they came to you or you figured this out on your own and you finally took that leap of faith and went for it. Now, your near future. These cards are big. You have the Two of Air. So this is usually that chick with the blindfolds on, right? I don't think she has blindfolds this time. But this is needing to make some kind of decision. And I feel like this energy is usually what takes you out of the Tower. Because you got to go. It's not where you need to be. You got to decide. You should look for something else. But you choose not to because you figure like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Or I'm gonna wait for some more signs, more synchronicities, more things to just, hit me in the head to tell me the sky is falling. And other times you have no choice. You can't really get out of it. So you just leave it up to the universe, like it is what it is. But a lot of times you know what it is. You just choose not to do anything about it. So this is closing your eyes to a situation, a person, hoping it'll just fix itself, right? Needing to decide. Needing to think about it a little bit more. Okay, beneath the deck, you have the Seven of Earth, which is the Seven of Pentacles as well. And this has to do with being patient, patiently waiting. Well, like I was saying in the beginning, some of you guys were waiting for a long time. You were in this relationship, but it was taking too long. This is something that you have put a lot of time into. Maybe that's why you don't want to go. Might have had some money involved, invested in it. Maybe that's why you don't want to let it go yet. It just wasn't time. You just had this feeling like it's not time. Or your person could have been convincing you to like, wait, hold on, wait for me, wait for me, wait for me. And you're trying, but after a while you get tired of it. And some of you guys, you don't want to wait anymore. But it could be that maybe you left a little bit too soon, or not on the right terms, I feel. Like maybe you didn't give your 2 weeks notice. And then something happens where the other job didn't kick in, so you can't even go back to the one you had. Hopefully it's not a person, right? Where it's like you left one person to go to the other person is like, yeah, no, you took too long. And then you want to go to your previous person and they're like, nah, you left. Everybody has their own situation. But this one right here is like really reassessing your whole life, looking at the pros and the cons, try to really zone in and focus on one or two things to do as opposed to having so many different ideas and plans, because then it's like an overwhelming of too many things to do and you don't know which one to start, and that's where this procrastination sometimes kicks in. So there's even a bit of reinventing yourself. What didn't work? Why didn't it work? So how can I make it work? And focus on that and make sure that I put my time and my energy into that idea, that person, and then stay for that to harvest. Reap the rewards off that one. So patience is the key here. You could always have like I feel like there's a do-over ability. Just by not being stubborn or letting the ego get to you or them. Admitting, like, you know what, I left a little bit too early, or I'm sorry I didn't believe you. There's a need to forgive you or them. It has to do with what has happened before in your past. Some of you guys got burnt by someone's actions, even by somebody's seductive ways. And you could have just quit too soon on your dreams or your passionate endeavors. Okay, now let's clarify. What is this Tower about? You have the Empress in reverse, Taurus, Libra energy. So for some of you guys, the reason that this Tower situation happened, and you know what, it doesn't always have to be negative. Like you could have been living in this real tiny home or a small home, small apartment, and you had to like branch out and find something, but you probably just didn't have time, and you figure like, yeah, I'll live with it. I'm comfortable. I already have my stuff here. I hate moving. But the truth is, you probably were crowded in there and you needed more space. You outgrew the place. Maybe you wanted to move in with your person, or you took in some extra family member, or a pregnancy even. right? And now there's the whole thing of, hey, this place is too small. Can we leave? Can we find something else? So maybe it took somebody else to convince you. Relationship wise, it could have been you just weren't meeting eye to eye anymore. You were in the same path at one point, you believed the same things, and then as time went by, you saw that you're not the same, you're not vibrating. It's the same as them. The belief systems are different. Or you just, eventually sometimes people just get on your nerves. So it's like, you know what? It seems like somebody, you have outgrown the relationship, the partnership, however this is. There is nothing there left for you. Work as well. I mean, you already hit the plateau. There's no other promotions after that. So then the next best thing would be to find something better, or like with this page of fire here, start your own thing, your own business. You be the boss. Your next card that jumped out, full of love here, you have the King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, that you could be dealing with. If you're not, it could just be part of, your natal chart, and you're harnessing that energy. The King of Cups is somebody that is very romantic, nurturing, caring, intuitive as well, right? It could be a brand new person comes in because it's under this page of fire. Someone maybe you never even considered being with. Maybe you didn't think they were even interested because they could have just, had their own thing going on. And now this soulmate is coming in. Others of you, this is something that you love. You might have developed a brand new love for a different department, a different career, a different person. Just, something that you're very passionate about, that you could see yourself waking up to every morning. That's coming in. Or just you seeing yourself in a different way, where you see that you are worthy of a mansion as opposed to the tiny apartment. Could have been waiting on this money to come in, something you invested in before you made this move. That would make sense why you wouldn't have left before. You probably would have loved to leave. Okay. Clarifying, the Two of Air is the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So whatever that was that you or whoever you're connecting with was holding on to, somebody was holding on to something, someone very, very tightly. They could have believed that if they waited long enough, they would turn around and choose them, or just was hard to move past their energy, this person, because of all the history. Some of you guys were with this person or working at this place for a long time. So it was very hard to let it go. Think of yourself doing something else, being with someone else. So when it's in reverse, it's like opening up about it, talking about it, where before you might have your eyes closed to the situation and kind of just swept it under the rug, didn't want to talk about it. Just again left it up to the universe, which is good. That's good. That's going with the flow. But when you already know what to do, but you're still like, if it's meant to be, it's going to be, but I'm not going to do anything about it right now. Whatever that was you're closing your eyes to, there's going to need to talk about it. A conversation. Somebody might tell you something that is going to help you decide to do what it is that you've been scared maybe a little bit to do. Feared, not sure if it was possible. But this is opening up your heart. Talking about it. Letting go of what that is that has kept you back. that resentment. The reason. Somebody wants to know why, right? It's time. It's going to be time. So a lot of you guys already kind of know that. That's why you weren't stressed about it. You weren't really letting it get to you. Oh, Lord. Okay. You knew it was the devil, my Leos? You knew it was toxic? Ooh, you were obsessed. You were obsessed with someone or something. It could be, it's a general reading. But I do sense like the energy of the reason that maybe someone here didn't totally detach, let go, leave was because they couldn't see themselves without this person. They were so used to them. The passion was probably awesome. Could have been very sexual, cardinal, right? Or they might have made you feel that they can't live without you, or you without them. A codependent type energy. Others of you, it could have to do with some kind of old habits, some addiction, overindulgence in some way, maybe playing too much video games, I don't know. Something just was done too much, and apparently it was already enough of the too much, right? It could be dealing with a Capricorn, could be, but this is something that is very unhealthy, toxic even for some, and it was time to let it go. Or that it's time. Now if you do it or not, that's on you. It's just going to keep repeating itself over and over. Okay, so now, my Leos, and can you guys do me a favor? If you're still watching, thank you. Can you push the like button? And if you haven't subscribed, could you subscribe and press the little bell thingy? Pour, please. YouTube is weird right now with the views and subscriptions. Okay, so now I'm going to give you an oracle card as your advice. This is the Enchanted Map. Ride the wave. Ride the wave. Go with the flow. Number 14. Let me read it to you. Right now, success is easy and effortless. You can be assured that you're entering a time when you can ride the wave of abundance. The tide has turned, and you can put your surfing skills to the test. Everything that you know, all your talents coupled with your hopes and dreams, will carry you forward. People and circumstances have come out of the ocean of potential and possibility to take shape in a wave of spectacular activity. Know that you're definitely on the right path. Now you're on the right path, my Leos. If there was a little setback, a hiccup, it was only for a second. Don't worry about it. Okay? So thank you